In addition, we went further. We have provided credits or incentives that will allow for companies that are Michigan-based to really then produce, to invest, and so on. There's about $1.3 billion in that arena in order to help businesses locate here, invest here, and carry on world-class research and development. And you're particularly knowledgeable about that because it's associated with Automation Alley in Oakland County and the 10 emerging sectors.
Yes, we've been very active promoting high-tech businesses, both as a label to encourage other high-tech businesses to move in, but we've actually in county government through the Emerging Sectors Program gone out looking for specific businesses, whether they're in Germany, Italy, Spain. We've gone to those companies and say, move to Oakland County.
So this sets the stage to really open up the doors and put out the welcome mat and incentivize businesses to come to Michigan. This is so important to the diversification of the state. In 10 years, 15 years, I'm not sure any of us can imagine what Michigan will look like. And government really cannot design an economy. And government doesn't create jobs. It's a private sector. So we're trying to, I guess, open the doors and say we're more than open for business. Bill, I think it's important to underscore the fact in order to become more competitive with the states we compete with, in getting rid of the single business tax, the one thing that probably really is the highlight of all this, we have gotten rid of once and for all penalties on businesses that hire people, that create the jobs, and that offer health care to their employees. That's gone. So hopefully this will energize companies to offer health care, hire more people, and all in all, this is the first step towards a healthier, stronger Michigan economy.
Yes, the single business tax had it backwards. That there was a penalty for every new employee you hire. Now under your plan, you get a credit for new hires, which is the way it should be, obviously.
So just in summary, it's a fair, equitable tax that goes a long way to listening to all input we had, to melding, if you will, a House plan, a Senate plan, and hopefully in the next week or two, we will pass it through the House and the Senate, send it on to the governor. She seems to be very energized by what we have put together. So probably my proudest achievement may be the fact that I worked on the 2007 new major business tax that will stand the test of time, at least another 25, 30 years as the single business tax did.
Yes, I think it's a tremendous accomplishment. And to those naysayers who said there's so much partisanship in Lansing and so many inexperienced people, which you're not one of the inexperienced people, but there are a lot of new people in the House especially. For you to be a leader in getting the House and Senate together, Democrats and Republicans bringing the governor in, to achieve this is a very significant victory.
Well, it really is, and it shows that people of goodwill, even when they have differences, that they can sit down and forge an agreement in the best interests of all the citizens of Michigan. So I'm very excited about that. But there's more work to be done. We are not leaving this summer until we get the business tax approved and until we solve the problem of the 2008 budget. I want to, before I get into that, Oakland County has done something I think rather unique, and it's not surprising because under Brooks Patterson and Bob Datto, who I believe is the financial chief of staff or department head, tell us a little bit about how you have managed to develop two-year budgets, thinking ahead, looking ahead, anticipatory, which can smooth things out, which I'm afraid Lansing is still not there yet. Tell us a little how you've done that.
Oakland County has a balanced budget, and we've done it without laying off any employees. We have what we call a 2-year rolling budget. Now, when we adopt the 2-year budget, yes, we're looking more at the current year because that's the immediate spending, but we're looking down the road to the second year, and then the year later, the second year becomes the first year, but at least you've got a template that you can make some adjustments to. We're also doing something and selling over $500 million of a type of bond called a trust certificate. So we're going to fully fund our employees' health care in the old system, because the new system for employees hired in the last year and a half, they have no guaranteed health care when they retire. They have whatever's in their health care savings account. So Oakland County is very progressive, and we are doing things that people are now talking about at the state level regarding the teachers' retirement and health care accounts, but we've already done what other people are talking about.
Sure have, and almost as if you've taken some cues from the business sector on how they look ahead, because if you look ahead and anticipate, you probably won't run into any great surprises. And while I say that, I want to share with you, we both represented South Lyon School District. And under Bill Pearson and their school board, they actually have done the same thing. They sat down and looked at where the state was. They realized from about 2000 on, our economy started shrinking, job losses and firms leaving the state, people leaving the state. They saw that and they planned ahead with their staff and their teachers union, and they've been extremely successful. And they happen to be on just the basic foundation grant in this state.
They're one of the poor school districts in Oakland County. That district and Holly are about the 2 poorest, I believe.
Comparatively speaking. I'm proud of Holly too, by the way. They took the step, it wasn't easy, to decide to privatize janitorial services. And in so doing, they're saving several millions and millions of dollars. That shows initiative, just a kind of spirit and purpose we hope more schools will get involved in. So that's a perfect segue into the '08 budget. Bill, the budget that the governor sent to us is about $43.9 billion.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. So while the governor has said over time that she's cut to the bone, cut over $4 billion, that's not really quite accurate at all, because each budget has grown. This year, however, she's proposing a $9.6 billion general fund spending, which would be 3.5% increase over the '06-07 budget. Now, why is that important? Well, we have a deficit, a huge deficit of about $1 billion. Revenues are down, and all the economists and fiscal people are telling us there's a likelihood there will be more job losses.
Yeah, we haven't hit bottom yet,
Haven't hit it.
unfortunately.
So you and I know that means less revenue coming in. So is this a time to go on a spending spree and spend an extra $260 million in 17 new programs? So those are the kind of things we will be debating. One of the things that is somewhat troubling to my constituents and